Hello everybody, and welcome to the Druniverse channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you've been here before, welcome back. It's good to have you. So this is a new series that we're going to do. If you didn't know this, Highrise hosts weekly AMAs, or Ask Me Anythings, where users can submit questions. And then the creators come in, they answer those questions, and they give a little insight into the future of Highrise and what we can expect to come. So I'm going to dive right into it. Let's open up this web browser. So I've got a summary of the event here, and I'm going to transition to the screen right here. All right, here we go. So a big shout out to Stephanie. She's a Highrise user, follower. It's STUPH. So follow her on Highrise. But she summarizes these for us and kind of makes it possible for people like me to make content on this. So especially if you're not able to be there, you can come and check out the summary. I'll leave the link to this summary in the description as well. So if you see these events, they have like 100 people rooms, which is cool. And then they have like 400 to 500 and sometimes 600 people in the waiting room. And it's really fun because people are talking and chatting with each other. And, it's just a kind of a cool event. And then the creators are on the stage. So it's a fun time. So let's jump into some of these questions that got asked today. So the first question that we had was a user submitted question. When is the room crash going to be fixed and the room max capacity increased to 75? And they kind of talked a little bit about if you're getting this crash, this bug, try to recreate it and then submit a support ticket detailing how it happens. And if you do this, you can help them in the future to be able to solve this issue, right? Because they don't think they really fully know what's going on. And for the room capacity, I know that's something that people in Highrise have been asking for a while, is increasing that room capacity. And I believe they just increased it. Yeah, they said, we just increased the room capacity to 50 for all users, and they don't plan on making it any bigger anytime soon. But they did throw in here, if you're hosting a big event, you can reach out to Highrise and ask for a room increase to up to 100, I think is what they can hold right now. So that's kind of the first question. So if we go into the second question, I'm not a popular player. How can I promote my ROTW ideas and competition entries? So this is a question about the user submitted designs, right? Or the room of the weeks. And if you're not popular, how do you make that? How do you win those competitions? Because those kind of do come down to a popularity contest. And they kind of said in here, we recently brought back the room of the week and the outfit of the day. We can discuss with the team ways to consider all entries. So they're kind of bringing this to the forefront. They're saying maybe you won't be able to win again if you've won before for a certain length of time. So that's kind of nice, giving more people an opportunity if you have a cool room. Maybe that's something we do on our channel. We can have a room of the week and host some kind of cool rooms in here. So if you have a cool room design that you would like to show off, maybe leave a comment. So here's another question about fashion events. And if you saw my recent video on fashion events, you know that there's 3 themes, right? Well, there used to be 5 themes. So this person asked, why are fashion events shorter? And so it seems like the answer here is they literally said that people were getting bored. People were getting bored by theme 4 and 5. And they were having trouble coming up with more clothing designs and such. So they cut it down to 3. Which honestly, I don't hate. I think it's kind of nice. It was before it was a lot. You were doing fashion for a long time. But they said that occasionally the 5 theme will come back for special occasions like holidays and whatnot. So keep an eye out for that. So here we go. So can you make an easy reply feature similar to Instagram? It's a pain typing an entire username just to reply to them in the comments. Yeah, that's something I've noticed that I didn't like either. You have to type at someone every time. And they said they're going to pass it around to the product team. So interesting. Hopefully that happens. So will there be an option in-game where everyone can recycle or convert unpawnable items and decoration, like default doors, into a point system for your avatar? Not 100% sure what they're asking for here. Oh, unpawnable, like default doors. Oh, okay. So the items that come with every room you create, that default door, they want a way to delete those, basically, is what they're asking for. We do think it's an important issue to look into. Within the coming weeks, we'll do our best to either fix this issue or find reasoning as to why some items are unpawnable. Okay, well, looks like they're going to look into it, which is kind of nice. Why can't I enter my card payment? Okay, so this was a payment issue, and really the answer is you got to go to Google or Apple for that one. So if you're buying anything in the app, that's through Google and Apple, and yeah, so they said submit your ticket with them. So Art Team. Oh, so this is another sort of for user-submitted designs. They want to know if you can submit an entire body mod, like furries, aliens, cyborgs. And they said yes. So when you're submitting your entry, submit it and say that it is a full body suit. So that way they can put it in the game that way, which is really cool. So that's something we'll talk about in a later video. I'd like to go into the user-designed content and maybe show some cool ones that I've found over the years, and then maybe some that I hope come into the game soon, so we can look through that. Why did copy designs for Mother's Day card competition win? One of the designs is literally off a stock website with some text on it. So this person's not happy about what designs won. We don't intentionally do this. Sometimes we review hundreds or thousands of entries, and it's difficult to pinpoint all stolen artwork. We do appreciate the community reaching out and letting us know when artwork is stolen or plagiarized. So yeah, I mean, it's hard because when there's that many things submitted and it's all voted on by high-rise users, that's sometimes hard to control. So yeah, are you planning to fix the closet bug on Android? We can't take pictures of our avatar without half our legs being out of the frame. Certainly passing that on to the Android development team. So if you're an Android user, coming soon. Why are the cloud items for the last event so scarce? And this was a huge problem for me. I could not get a single cloud, I swear. It was terrible. They said this is a basic game mechanic. Hurdles create more competition. There's always one or two collectibles that are more difficult to obtain than others. This is not a new feature. So they're basically saying, yeah, that was intentional. So it kind of sucks because I swear I could not get a single cloud that whole event. Would it be possible to have a follows you indicator on people's profile? Kind of like how Twitter does it. And then they said, that's kind of cool. We'll pass that suggestion along. So that's the other nice thing about these AMAs, right? If you have a suggestion or something you'd like to see implemented into the game, you can tell them, and then they can pass that along. So kind of a nice little perk, right? So why do designers of items have to beg you to fix their items that you incorrectly made? So this is another, they're mad about player designed content again. That shouldn't have to make polls begging you guys and trying to make community sports have their winning item look the way they intended. The items are design inspiration contests. These items are high-rise items, not the designer's items. Ooh, we do want to honor and come as close as we can to the original design. However, there are things that we can't do or won't do for different reasons. Some being technical. Sometimes people design concepts that are impossible to execute in-game as intended. Other times it's because the design may be too big. We try to stay away from really big auras as they block people in rooms. We have internal soft rules on how items can and can't be made, as outlined in our contest rules. We do have the final say on how items are created and added to the game. If we feel an item will be received better with some design changes will be made. However, if an item is broken, we will happily work with the artist to try and make it right. So they're kind of saying in this one, and sorry, you can't really see it because of my head, it's their control. If they like it a certain way, that's how they're going to do it. So, not much you can do. Last question that they had submitted here is, will you ever consider adding video chat in the app? So the ability to video chat, which is interesting. They said possibly. There are some cool streaming ideas we've considered and talked about as a team internally. So that's some things that we can look forward to. And, I don't know if this one, I think a lot of the questions in this AMA revolved around the NFT space and land, which didn't really get covered in this write-up, but we can make a video about that later, about what's coming in the future of high-rise in the NFT space. So I want to make more NFT videos. I just bought my first NFT, my first creature. So I want to make a video with that, and I want to teach users how to do that as well. So if you subscribe, those videos will be coming soon. The last thing I wanted to do before we took off today is I wanted to show you a little sneak peek. So they didn't talk about this, but there is something special. So in High-Rise, we've got creatures NFTs. We have land now NFTs, which will be purchasable in-app. So I'll make a video about this soon, but there's some big news coming out with land. But the last thing is pets. And I don't have a release date for this yet, but I do have a sneak peek of what the pets will look like. And I just want to show you right now. Are you ready? Drum roll. There you go. So that's something fun that's going to be coming soon. You'll be able to have a little pet follow you around, and I'm sure they're going to have all kinds. And look at how cute he is. Just standing there. So that's something we can look forward to in the future. I'm kind of excited about it. So, all right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to the Dreuniverse channel here. Subscribe, like, comment any suggestions you have for the channel. I would love to. I'll reply to every comment. So, and follow me on High-Rise too, which will be at the end of the video. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.